4 majors by age 25, a feat matched only by Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods. Rory McIlroy seemed on an unstoppable trajectory, but then something changed. A decade of heartbreak followed. Near misses, final round collapses, and the crushing weight of expectations shadowed his career. The golf world watched as tournament after tournament slipped through his fingers. So how did a golfer with such extraordinary talent go 10 years without adding to his major tally? And what finally changed in 2025 when he completed the goal that he'd always dreamed of? In the quiet town of Holywood, Northern Ireland, population barely 12,000, a legend's journey began with a small plastic club. When Jerry McIlroy placed that first club in his son Rory's hands at just 2 years old, neither could have imagined the path that it would set in motion. The McIlroys weren't wealthy by any measure. Jerry worked as a bartender at the local Holywood Golf Club, but as Rory's talents grew, one job wouldn't be enough. Golf, after all, is a very expensive sport to get good at. Soon he juggled 3 jobs simultaneously, cleaning locker rooms in the mornings, tending bar in the evenings, and taking maintenance shifts wherever possible. Rosie McIlroy took night shifts as a factory worker, the parents essentially passing each other at the door, their grueling schedules revolving around their son's budding career. These sacrifices instilled in Rory a work ethic that would define his approach to golf. Young Rory's bedroom was a shrine to greatness. Where other kids had football stars or movie posters, Rory's walls showcased carefully arranged timelines of Tiger Woods' career milestones. Perhaps most revealing were the handwritten notes beside his bed. Ambitious declarations like, "I will be world number 1" and "I will win all 4 majors." By age 9, Rory's talents had grown impossible to ignore. His appearance on the popular TV show Kelly showcased more than skill, when he chipped golf balls into an open washing machine, repeatedly with casual confidence. The audience gasped while Rory simply smiled, already comfortable in the spotlight that would become his second home. And his amateur career rapidly accelerated. At 13, he shattered the Holywood Golf Club course record with a 61. By 15, he represented Europe in junior competitions, and at 16, he became the youngest ever to win both the West of Ireland Championship and Irish Closed Championship. His rise culminated at 17 when he became the world's top-ranked amateur golfer. The man that covered every wall of his bedroom started to be someone that he was compared to. While most golfers spend years navigating amateur circuits, he turned professional at 18, immediately earning his European Tour card, the youngest European to do so directly through qualifying school. He earned his place among seasoned professionals through skill alone. His rookie season showed flashes of brilliance, but nothing special. But the 2009 Dubai Desert Classic changed everything. At just 20, in only his second professional season, McIlroy outplayed established stars like Tiger Woods and Sergio Garcia. His single-shot victory over Justin Rose signaled the arrival of golf's next transcendent talent. The victory press conference revealed dramatically shifted expectations. Journalists now asked not if he would win a major, but how many and how soon. 6-time major winner Nick Faldo made a bold prediction. We might be seeing Europe's answer to Tiger Woods. His swing has the same combination of technical perfection and natural flow. I'd be shocked if he doesn't win multiple majors within 5 years. Faldo's prediction of multiple majors within 5 years would prove accurate but almost comically conservative. What no one could have predicted was that McIlroy would experience both the most humiliating collapse and the most dominant performance in modern major championship history within just 10 weeks of each other. In 2010, McIlroy announced his arrival on the PGA Tour. At Quail Hollow, he fired a final round 62, a new course record, to win by 4 strokes. This victory made him the youngest PGA Tour winner since Tiger Woods, earning him a 2-year tour exemption and setting the stage for his meteoric rise. But as swiftly as his victory soared, an unforeseen collapse loomed. Golf, perhaps more than any other sport, has a way of humbling you very quickly. At the 2011 Masters, McIlroy led by 4 shots heading into Sunday's final round, seemingly poised to claim his first major championship. What followed was catastrophic. an 8/80, the worst final round score by a leader in Masters history. The collapse included a triple bogey on the 10th hole and a double bogey on the 12th. In just a few hours, McIlroy transformed from golf's next great champion to its most visible victim of pressure, and this wouldn't be the last time that his mental game would let him down in years to come. For many young players, such a public meltdown might have derailed a promising career. For McIlroy, it became the foundation for an astonishing redemption story. Just 70 days after his Masters nightmare, he arrived at the Congressional Country Club for the US Open and delivered one of the most dominant performances in major championship history. His 16 under par total shattered the previous US Open scoring record. His winning margin of 8 strokes eclipsed records held by icons like Nicklaus, Woods, Janssen and Furyk. The dominance continued at the 2012 PGA Championship. McIlroy secured another victory with an 8-stroke margin, setting a new record for the largest winning margin in PGA Championship history. At just 23, he became the youngest multiple major champion since Seve Ballesteros won the 1980 Masters. Then came 2014, the year that cemented McIlroy's place among golf's elite. In a remarkable summer stretch, he captured the Open Championship at Royal Liverpool and the PGA Championship at Valhalla just 3 weeks apart. 4 major championships before his 26th birthday, a pace that actually exceeded both Woods and Nicklaus at the same age. Jack Nicklaus, owner of a record 18 major championships, said he has an opportunity to win 15 or 20 majors. His first 4 majors were won by a combined 22 strokes, a margin greater than even Tiger Woods achieved in his first 4. Beneath the magazine covers, declaring him the next Tiger, lurked an invisible burden. The same dominance that had launched him into golf spotlight became the very force holding him back. As he would later confess in an interview, he said, "I started playing not to lose rather than playing to win." The media machine went into overdrive following his Valhalla triumph in 2014. Publications worldwide crowned him as Woods' successor and predicted astronomical achievements. After this victory, 94% of golf analysts predicted McIlroy would capture at least 10 majors in his career. Some even suggested that he might challenge Nicklaus's record of 18. The math seemed simple based on his trajectory, but the psychology of success played a bigger part than analysts could have predicted. As expectations grew, Rory's personal life became tabloid fodder. His relationship with tennis star Caroline Wozniacki collapsed spectacularly in May 2014, just days after wedding invitations were sent. Much like Tiger Woods before him, his personal life was now front page worthy, leading to more and more distractions from him achieving the golfing greatness that he was destined for. As the world began to weigh him down, his once fearless putting faltered under every expectation. While his driving distance remained elite, consistently ranking among the PGA Tour's longest hitters, his performances on the greens had declined rapidly from 2015 onwards. The same player who had drained clutch putts to win majors now struggled to convert birdie opportunities when it mattered most. Players in all sports rise fast, but fall even faster, ready to move on to the next shiny thing as soon as one starts to dim. The golf landscape began shifting beneath his feet. Jordan Spieth captured the 2015 Masters that many assumed would be McIlroy's career Grand Slam moment. Brooks Koepka emerged as the new major championship machine. A new generation of fearless young talent had arose, unintimidated by the McIlroy mystique. Augusta National became McIlroy's personal tormentor, the one major championship that he needed for the career Grand Slam. His 2018 Masters performance encapsulated his struggles. Paired with Patrick Reed in Sunday's final group, McIlroy's game crumbled. His 2/74 featured bogeys at 5 different holes, leaving him 6 shots behind Reed as he donned the green jacket that he so desperately needed. In a revealing 2016 ESPN interview, he acknowledged the psychological shift. "I'm not going to lie, there was a lot of expectation going into Augusta, a lot of hype, a lot of expectation that I put on myself. The burden of expectation had proved too much." Behind his struggles on the course, a storm was brewing in his personal life that would shatter his carefully constructed world. The stability that he had found with Erica Stoll, whom he married in a lavish ceremony at Ireland's Ashford Castle in April 2017, initially seemed to ground him. Golf is a game of mental toughness, and a solid home life makes a clear mind much easier to have. Their daughter Poppy's arrival in August of 2020 completed what appeared to be the idyllic family picture, but as McIlroy continued his elusive quest for a 5th major, the foundation of his home life was quietly cracking. And in May 2024, just days before the US Open, news broke that shocked the golf world. McIlroy had filed for divorce in Palm Beach County. The filing revealed his intent to uphold his prenuptial agreement and established a shared parenting plan for Poppy. The timing created immediate turmoil during what should have been focused preparation for one of golf's most demanding tests, directly affecting his mental state heading into competition. The unexpected twist came after just 1 month. The couple reconciled and withdrew the divorce application. Following crisis talks at their Florida home, Rory announced that he and Erica had resolved their differences. "We realized our best future was together." Through the emotional toll of such a public near collapse of his marriage inevitably affected his game in subsequent tournaments. This all coincided with McIlroy's central role in golf's civil war between the PGA Tour and Saudi-backed Live Golf. As the PGA Tour's most vocal defender and a policy board member, he dedicated countless hours to boardroom battles rather than practice. By his own admission on the Stick to Football podcast, McIlroy eventually recognized that he had been too judgmental of players joining Live Golf. "Not everyone is in the same position as me or Tiger," he conceded. "Not everyone had made tens of millions. Not everyone was comfortable enough to turn down the Live money," a showing of a more mature Rory. The emotional burden directly translated into heartbreaking near misses. The 2022 Open Championship at St Andrews saw Rory once again in prime position before Cameron Smith overtook him. At the 2023 US Open, he finished solo second, just 1 shot behind Wyndham Clark. And the most recent crushing blow came at the 2024 US Open at Pinehurst. With a 2-shot lead and just 4 holes remaining, McIlroy bogeyed 3 of his final 4 holes, including a missed 3-foot putt on the 18th that handed the trophy to Bryson DeChambeau. The images of McIlroy, hands covering his face after that miss, became emblematic of his decade-long struggle. The few days after were pretty tough, McIlroy later admitted. "I've done a good job of thinking about it rationally, taking what I needed from it and trying to learn. But the pain was evident to everyone watching. This collapse stripped away another piece of his confidence, if there was any left." Throughout this period, he cycled through coaches and swing philosophies. His technical brilliance dissolved into mechanical uncertainty, as he overthought the motion that had once come naturally. He still had, and had always had, one of the most beautiful swings in golf, but he seemed to be overthinking it. The accumulated weight of expectations, scrutiny, corporate battles, and personal turmoil brought him to a crossroads. The once unstoppable force of golf now appeared vulnerable, human, and at times defeated. But he made a decision that surprised even his closest confidants. He completely dismantled and rebuilt his approach to golf. The reconciliation with Erica in mid-2024 proved transformative. After withdrawing their divorce petition, the couple recommitted to their family life, creating a foundation of stability that had been missing during his turbulent professional period. With his personal life stabilized, he executed a series of strategical professional changes. His resignation from the PGA Tour policy board freed valuable mental bandwidth and hours that could be redirected towards his game. The golf world had known McIlroy as administrator, policy defender, and unofficial spokesperson. Now he focused solely on being a golfer. "I realized that I was spreading myself too thin," he admitted. "Every hour spent in meetings was an hour that I wasn't improving my game." This clarity extended to his digital life as well. He implemented a social media blackout, insulating himself from constant opinions and criticisms that had cluttered his mental space. He enlisted a new mental performance coach to strengthen his psychological approach, specifically addressing the pressure points that had triggered past Augusta disappointments, where for years the coveted green jacket had remained just beyond his grasp. Technically, his game underwent radical simplification. He returned to the natural swing that had defined most of his dominant career, fluid as water, unencumbered by mechanical thoughts. The focus shifted from technique to feel and rhythm. He sought out putting coach Brad Faxon to refine his work on Augusta's notoriously complex greens, transforming his stroke into a calculated dance with each subtle break and undulation. "My best golf has always come when I play with freedom rather than technical precision," he explained. Many throughout 2025 noted his newfound patience and precision, rather than raw power, but always attempting the risky shots. His preparation became scientific in detail. He made multiple trips to Augusta, meticulously studying every single hole. Practice sessions simulated Augusta's unique challenges, those demanding approach shots into elevated greens, terrifying downhill putts, and strategic decisions that separated champions from contenders. Most surprising was his embrace of vulnerability. He began openly acknowledging his struggles and fears. He spoke candidly about the pressure that he had placed on himself in previous Masters tournaments, and this honesty allowed him to approach the tournament with unprecedented mental clarity. The early months of 2025 offered encouraging evidence of transformation. Victory at the Hero Dubai Desert Classic, where he had claimed his first professional win 16 years earlier, felt symbolically significant. Strong showings at Pebble Beach and Bay Hill further validated his approach. His swing looked more fluid, his demeanour more relaxed, and his putting showed remarkable improvement. Statistics confirmed what observers had witnessed. McIlroy was playing his best golf in years. As April approached, anticipation surrounding his Masters bid intensified. In his pre-Masters press conference, he revealed, "I've stopped trying to control the uncontrollable. I've embraced the idea that I might fail again, and that's freed me to play my best golf." Every year there was so much noise around his Masters week, but this time it appeared to be different. Bryson, Scheffler and Oberg were also among those pipped to be front runners. Stellar competition. The 2025 Masters represented McIlroy's 11th attempt to complete the career Grand Slam since winning his 4th major in 2014. 11 years of heartbreak condensed into 4 days of drama that would define his legacy forever. But no one could have imagined what a rollercoaster those 4 days were about to be. Thursday got him off to a shaky start. A couple of bogeys at the end of the day left him at even par, but still in contention, while displaying newfound patience alongside his childhood friend and caddy Harry Diamond, a man who he had known since the age of 7, who he had met at the local golf club many years before. His iron play looked sharp and his putting confident. Friday brought a spectacular 6 under 66. A few more days of this, and there was a good chance that he'd get his green jacket. Saturday's swirling winds tested his resolve, and McIlroy battled to a 1 under 71 as Justin Rose surged with a 68 to take a one-shot lead. With each passing hole, the weight of his previous Augusta disappointments seemed to grow heavier, setting the stage for a final round showdown with career-defining stakes. Sunday began ominously, pressure visibly affecting him. He double bogeyed the opening hole after finding a fairway bunker. Instead of panicking, he steadied himself with remarkable poise. Consecutive birdies at 3 and 4 steadied the ship. A few pars later left him on hole 7. A wayward drive left him in the trees on the left. He had 2 options: lay up or take an extremely aggressive line to the green, wrapping it around the trees onto the green 154 yards away. And in what he said might have been his shot of the tournament, a truly jaw-dropping shot left him with an easy 2-putt for par. He had a 5-shot lead going into 11, but he'd be very quickly reminded how punishing the golf course was. His drive had once again left him in the trees, and his second shot rolled and rolled and rolled, seemingly destined for the pond. But a few blades of grass saved Rory's dreams once again and left him with a bogey that could have been much worse. After so many years of misery, perhaps this was the luck that he deserved. The rest of the back 9, it seemed like he was trying to make it harder for himself. A double bogey on 13, a bogey on 14, and a bogey on 18 left him level with Justin Rose. And after a final birdie on 18, which Rose matched, they headed for the playoff. In the playoff, both men found the fairway, but Rose's approach shot came up short. McIlroy, drawing on his rebuilt confidence, fired another precise iron to 15 feet. Rose missed his birdie attempt, and McIlroy stood over his putt, a very similar putt that had stopped him from winning the US Open just 1 year prior. This was the putt that would complete the career Grand Slam and end 3,954 days of major championship drought. The ball caught the left edge and dropped. Augusta National exploded. The young boy from Hollywood had finally achieved his dream. It was now him up on the bedroom walls of kids around the world, just as Tiger was for him.